Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading. My name is Sharon. This is Daily Dose of Galaxy. It's gonna be an energy, let's see what's going on sort of reading. Um, you'll find this when you're meant to find it. But if I do feel a date strongly, I will let you know. And I must also admit, this is like the fifth time that I tried doing your reading, and I get stuck. It's like so many things going on at once that it feels awkward and it feels so confusing. Um, the one thing that is constant though, there is this feeling of, or I get this feeling that whatever it is that you're going through, it's like you're trying to make a decision and you are afraid to make that decision because the repercussions of it, or what you think are the repercussions, is like people's perspective, and whatever it is that they will say is not something that you think you're ready to face, but you are. So the only thing that you're doing is delaying the process. That's one thing too. I always say, if you don't move, the universe is gonna move you, and whenever that happens, it's usually through a tower moment. Tower moments are where we think we are building this super stable foundation and our life is going well, and all of a sudden things start falling apart because the universe had a different plan for you and you kept neglecting it. And I know this is a horrible way to start a reading, especially if it's my first video for you, but above all, I'm always going to be honest with you. Okay? So if you decide to stay, let's keep going and let's see where this goes. I felt this card, and then the Seven of Pentacles fell sort of in reverse, so I'll just keep it in reverse, although I don't read reverse. The Magician, the High Priestess, the Seven of Swords, Six of Swords, the Hermit card, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. The bottom of the deck, it's the Guardian of Wands, which is also the Queen of Wands in this deck. I think that you're feeling like it's not even apathy. It's like you feel like there's nothing going on in your life and you're used to excitement. Aquarius, you're a very adventurous, out of the box thinking person. And I feel a lot of you guys think that you have somehow gotten stuck in this situation that you feel like you can't get out of. And it's sort of like, well, fine, I'm gonna stay here until like the next thing comes around. But I feel that a lot of you guys have had the opportunity to seek that next thing and you haven't taken the choice. And again, it's not because you can't do it or you're not capable of or you don't want to. It's more of like you're afraid of what people are gonna say. And I don't understand that. Because remember, we come to this earth alone and we leave alone, so no one's gonna come to you and answer, the afterlife and say, oh yeah, she was doing this to please me. No one's gonna do that. Okay? The Seven of Pentacles, it fell on reverse though. The Seven of Pentacles is usually this card of like working really hard and finally seeing the fruits of your labor. But because it fell in reverse, I feel like a lot of you guys are just, it's like you've lost your drive and your will to do what your day-to-day life looks like. Let me give you an example. It's like I wake up and go to work every day. Well, you may just be feeling like, what is the point? I hate my job anyhow. Like, why should I be, like, why am I still doing this? But aside from that, there is also this, I don't see why, like I don't see the reason. So why do I keep pushing myself to do something that, one, I'm not happy about, and two, like it's not getting me anywhere. Again, tying back to that apathetic feeling. The Magician came out, and I'm recording this on that Mercury retrograde period of January 2022. So within tarot, Mercury is represented by the card of the Magician. The Magician is this energy of having everything within you to create your own reality, and that implies a stage of healing. Mercury is a healing planet. When it goes in retrograde, it's the time for us to like dive deep within and see what hasn't, it's like do some self-healing so that whatever comes up, because whatever is going to come out, it's going to help us process what is going on outside, right? I think that a lot of you guys will benefit from going into introspective mode and just try to find out, why is it that you are putting somebody else's expectations above your own? Why is it that you think, why is it that you will put yourself through, like, I don't want to say miserable, but like through this unhappy day to day just to please someone else or just to not make someone mad? That there's some healing that needs to happen within you, and you need to figure out what it is. The High Priestess confirms this energy of like, you need to start listening to your intuition. You need to start acting from your intuition and not somebody else's perspective. Again, it's like, trust yourself. Trust that you have the right answers. Trust that the life that you want to live is exactly the life that you want to, like, you should be living. We all have you guys heard the as above, so below? I can totally see I'm gonna go longer with you guys. So as above, so below talks about this idea of we are in this 3D world, but there is a higher version of ourselves living the life that we're meant to be living. Okay? And whenever you quiet your mind and everyone else's and just listen to your intuition, it's like this magnetic communication starts happening, and you start vibrating at the same level at the same time, and everything that comes to mind in those moments when you feel at peace and sort of like nothing else matters but whatever it is that you're feeling, those ideas, those answers that come to you during those moments are exactly what you should be doing. And that is part of listening to your intuition. But it's also, it's like hints of what your, I don't want to say perfect path of life, but what your ideal path of life that your higher self has planned out for you is. So you have to start allowing that connection to happen. The Seven of Swords is next, and the Seven of Swords energy is this, I sort of feel like I can't do things, or you feel like you have your hands tied in a matter, but again, it's all perception. You have control over your own life, but you have somehow, and for some reason, decided to give that power to someone else. And it doesn't have to be one person specifically, but I feel in your case it's more of like, I'm afraid of what people are gonna think. I'm afraid of what people are gonna say. So I'd rather not do anything so I don't seem like I'm out of line. There's a necessary transition that needs to happen, and I think what I'm feeling strongly in this case is relocation. And it doesn't have to be like you packing up and like moving to another country. It can be as easy as like, a place has energy, right? Sometimes changing that environment helps. It can be as simple as like shifting things around in your room, in your space. That literally changes up the energy, and it ignites something within you of like, a cycle is over, I'm opening up to a new one, and that new one follows my intuition a lot closer and is more aligned with my higher self purpose. The Hermit card. Again, I think a lot of you guys are just really going into introspection mode, and I'm just thinking this. The Hermit card, or the Hermit mode, has come up in almost every reading that I've done. Since yesterday, I'm doing all 12 signs. So there's a lot of there's this collective wave of like wanting to find clarity within, wanting to find the answers, but also the need to isolate yourself because the world gets too crazy at times. I feel like you're entering that mode of like, I just want to listen to what it is that my own truth is. What is my soul trying to tell me? And if you haven't taken the time to do that, I would suggest doing that as part of the journey in the next few days. The Explorer of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles in this deck. I think you may have been too harsh on yourself as far as like you want things to be resolved quickly. It's like you're getting frustrated with yourself because you're not finding the answers, or because you can't find a solution to how to confront someone, or confront a situation, or how to resolve something, or how to not feel guilty about something. But you're not giving up. And I like that. I like that it's like this. Maybe it has been very painful. Maybe it has taken a very long time, but do understand that you're on the right path. Do understand that it takes patience. And I feel that what I want to say is, if you have had patience with other people, why haven't you had that patience with you? Like with yourself. And then we have the Knight of Cups. I feel that for some of you guys, this is like the root of the problem, sort of. There is someone in your environment, in your network, that is this like Prince Charming energy, and you're like, oh my gosh, I should basically compromise all. It's like you have goals and dreams, and some of you guys have maybe sacrificing those goals and dreams just because this Knight of Cups happens to be in your life, and you're like, I don't want to hurt him or her, and I'll be willing to give up the job of my dreams if that means having to move somewhere else just to stay with this person. And I'm gonna tell you what I always say: in relationships, you always want the emperor or the empress. If you can have that, you want a king or a queen. You never want a knight. Never. And definitely not a page. And I feel like right now, you're basing a lot of your decisions around what this knight wants, when that knight can be swimming away any moment. Okay, Aquarius. The Queen of Wands that was at the bottom of the deck. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be stepping up to your power in the sense of like being very feisty and decisive, into like, fine, I understand. Like after going deep within and finding clarity within, you're like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm gonna stop allowing other people to intervene in my way, and I'm gonna just go for it. And I don't care about what anyone thinks. I don't care what happens. I'm gonna do what my soul is telling me to do. Like I said, this is like the 5th time I've tried recording this, and every single time the Tower card came up in like this position or at the bottom of the deck. Tower moments, and I'll be making a video about that. It's when it's like you have to do something, but for some reason you don't do it. And it doesn't have to be personal. It can be anything, right? It can be somebody's influence or somebody's opinion, like I said. You don't do it, and then the universe is like, but I've been telling you to do this, and you keep getting all the signs that is what you're meant to be doing, and you've been neglecting the signs. So fine, if you don't want to move, I'll move you, and it's not going to be pretty. So ask yourself this question: have you been giving up your dreams for someone else? And if you have, why? Because that shouldn't be the case. Okay, Aquarius, I'm gonna take one card from here to close the reading. The Tribe. I feel the Tribe the first thing I'm being drawn to is the number 8. Number 8 within the major arcanas is the strength card. The strength card talks about self-love and courage and passion, and I don't care how loud I speak. I don't care about how loud I seem. I don't care if my dreams seem to, I don't know, out of the ordinary for you. I want them, and it doesn't matter. And that ties back to that, like whatever anyone else thinks doesn't matter. That ties back to the Queen of Wands energy that we had at the bottom of the deck. Um, I feel that some of you guys may have, and there's a sense of nostalgia. It's like you may have forgotten what it's like to live your life passionately and to be driven by your instincts, and you're somehow neglecting that side of you, but at the same time living this, I want to say, downgraded version of the life that you should be living. And it's time to embrace the real you, embrace that powerful light that you have within, and just flow with it. But also, I feel that a lot of you guys have this beautiful network of people willing to help you the minute you step out of your comfort zone and remember what you're meant to be doing and who you're meant to be. It's like they're going to be celebrating that moment with you, but two, it's also like they're eagerly waiting for you to do so. Okay, Aquarius, I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you so much for being here. Love you guys. Bye.